Good afternoon and good evening, everyone. Welcome to Canuk 2021 Annual Conference. My name is Jiaqi Tan, and I'm responsible for events organization for Canuk. I'll be chairing today's webinar, which will last about 2 hours. This is the 10th annual conference of Canuk. Following last year's success, we continue to hold our annual conference in a webinar format. You can see many participants joining from mainland China, Hong Kong, Singapore, Malaysia, alongside UK, which would not be possible if we were doing a traditional session in Staple Inn. At the moment, we can see around 50 people joined us. A very big welcome to everyone. During this event, we'll take screenshots of attendees list. So please contact us if you are required by the IFO to provide your CPD proof. If you are happy to include your ARN beside your name, please do so. It will make our work a lot easier for providing proof to the IFOA. Today's agenda will be broken down to 4 sessions. Session 1 is an opening speech given by Jingnan Tang, the president of Canuk, and Huaying Liu, the vice president of Canuk. Session 2 is conversation with Dr. Louis Pereira and IFOA, the IFOA president, and Suchet Tan, the immediate past president. In this session, Suchet and Louis will talk about actuaries' career development and actuaries' responsibility and contribution to climate change. Session 3 is presented by Dominic Rhodes, senior transaction liability insurance broker and ex-M&A lawyer at Aon. In this session, Dominic will look at the strategy, value, and process benefits to clients using M&A insurance to secure investments and enhance returns from M&A transactions. Session 4 is presented by Clara Yan, the head of insurance analytics at Robeco. In this session, we will discuss on how insurance companies are framing their agendas around sustainability and different investment tools they are using to translate their sustainability goals into tangible results. During each session, if you have any questions, please send us the message using the chat box. We will choose a few questions which will be answered by the speakers at the end of the session. Otherwise, we will collect all the questions, send them to the speakers, and come back to you separately. This video will be made available for everyone to view after the webinar, and 2 hours CPD is available. Now, with no more delay, please allow me to pass it over to Jingnan, our president of Canuk.
Thank you, Jiaqi. Thanks everyone for joining. It's been a long time since I last saw you. Well, you last saw me. Now, hopefully everyone can see me now. I'm in my office, my second day in office in 18 months' time. It's been difficult. Well, thanks for joining. It's great to see a good number of you have joined and people are still coming in. It's great. I just want to kind of kick off with the opening speech, and let me share my slides very quickly. Jiaqi, can you see the slides?
Yes, we can.
Great. Right, so it's been a tradition for the Canuk president to give an opening speech at the annual conference, and this year I had really thought hard about what to say for my opening speech. Thinking back, historically, our opening speeches has been about Canuk's history, Canuk's mission, our journey, all big words, great topics. But this year, I want to make a change. I want to do something different. I want to talk about small. More specifically, I want to do a small talk. And that's purely because this year has been a very difficult year for many of us. I understand almost all of us in the UK have been working from home for the last year and a half. Things we missed the most are probably those moments when you can just greet your colleagues and friends and sit down with them, have a face-to-face conversation, and just for some casual, random small talk. Small talk is something that I personally miss the most. Okay? Now, let me begin my small talk by asking this humble question. from the bottom of my heart, I ask this question with utmost sincerity. How have you been? We missed you guys. We've not had a chance to see you in person. Traditionally we would hold 3 social events and 3 technical events face to face. Canuk as a platform, it provides an opportunity for us to speak to each other, to share knowledge, to pass on experience, and to make friends. And that's really been missing for the last year or so. Thinking about that question, the first word that comes into my mind is challenge. I'm thinking on everyone's shoes for now. I think the challenges that we've been facing in the last year or so, it's been the lack of face-to-face conversations. It's not been easy for us to travel abroad to meet our families. If your parents live in Asia, it's been very difficult. Also, we have not been able to engage any social or sports activities, and it's been really hard. Sometimes some people might have to do homeschooling when they try to work from home. We know how that feels. It's not easy for everyone, and to say the least. I think the second word that comes into my mind should be hope. And we must all be hopeful despite the challenges. Some of you, in the last year might have passed your exams or getting close to being qualified. Great. Some of you might have found new jobs, new opportunities, and some of you might have moved into new homes, formed new families, and having new family members. All fantastic. And not to mention, England has made into the finals in the Euro 2020, which is 1 in 50-year chance. What great news to look forward to. And these hopeful things should all keep us going until we meet our next challenge. And a last point I wanted to say is, for the next year, I think we will meet again. I'm sure we will meet again. I believe we will meet again very soon. And the Canuk committee is ready to meet you, to greet you with fantastic social and technical events in the year to come. Watch out for this space. I really look forward to those fantastic events. And now I don't really hear you asking how's Canuk, but I can imagine you've been asking that in your mind. So Canuk have been staying strong and relevant. In the last year, we have said that, in last year's annual event, we've said that we wanted to better engage with members. We wanted to better bridge UK and Asia. We wanted to cast our net of social network wider afield. We also wanted to attract more new members to the society. Now, I think we've delivered on those things. We have opened up the Wechat Group now. Please treat it as an open space for job adverts. If you have any opportunities within your company, please feel free to share them in the Wechat Group. Now, this is an open space for you to freely share. We have also created an YouTube account and a LinkedIn account for better sharing of knowledge. This event is also recorded. This will be put onto YouTube. You can rewatch it. If your friend is interested, please get them to watch it. We've also organized 5 technical events, and it's up from 3 technical events in the previous year. It's a great achievement, and we can come to that later. And our group, the Canuk group, has also grown. We've managed to attract about 50 student members from universities across the UK, and they are our new members, and our member now should count above 500. People in the UK, also in Asia. All very good news, all very positive. Now, I wanted just to come on to the highlights of last year's events. Starting with 2020 annual conference, we talked about challenges for actuaries in the UK and also in Asia. We talked about COVID-19 impacts to the insurance industry. We also talked about transition to Asia. We've managed to invite three members of Canuk who happened to make the transition to Asia successfully, and they were kind enough to join our conversation and give advice to our members. We also had asset and liability management in China conversation. Also, the climate change conversation. Those are really good topics. We also had the IFRS 17 conversation with industry experts. And last but not least, we've had our student event. And this is a really great event because this is the first time that we've invited headhunters both in the UK and also in China to speak to our student members. We've gained great deal of knowledge and experience in terms of how to do your job hunting, how to do your interview preparations, and how to pass exams. We have Simon Young. He's our student. He's responsible for our student events and a member of the committee. All very experienced professionals in their own fields. And for the next year, I can only say that our events will improve, will be more diverse, will have more depth, more relevance, and please join me to look forward to our next year's events, which will hopefully include face-to-face opportunities. And with that, I will pass it to our Vice President, Hua Yin, to begin our next part of the opening speech.
Hi, hello, good afternoon. So my name is Hua Yin, the Vice President of Canuk, representing our committee members that we thank you for joining us again in today's event. And also for your friends that may be busy, this event will be recorded, edited, and posted on YouTube and LinkedIn. So don't worry that if your friends are missing that. On this occasion, that I'd like to use the opportunity to thank our committee members, because without their efforts and help, all these events are not going to happen and take place. In the interest of time, I'm not going to introduce them individually, but if you do know them individually, if you don't worry, you can have access to a platform in various ways, and you can get in touch with us to let us know what would you like to see in the future events in terms of topic, in terms of timing, and then hopefully that we're going to organize more interesting events for our members going forward. Jinan, can you please move to the next slide? So looking onto the next year, that obviously that we continue to serve as a platform to share knowledge between Europe, UK, and Asia. And then we want to bring the knowledge between both continents, and then to bring more discussions, and then to bridge any knowledge gap, and then to promote our professions. And also that I was hoping that we can, as a committee, we can bring more variety to online events. So for example, we're going to organize events talking about tax planning, talking about how you file your self-assessment, and also if you're moving back to Asia, how should you plan your tax in your personal life. So things like that will coming along in the next few events this year to come. And also last but not least, that we are hoping to bring some face-to-face events as well. As most of us have been stuck at home for more than a year, I think we probably are desperate to need some human contact. So when things are allowed, we're going to allow some face-to-face events to take place in various locations. So looking forward to that. And lastly, that in the next slide, that I'm going to briefly introduce our different platforms. Obviously, that we have our website, which is under construction at the moment. But for the people that are familiar with us, we know that we're quite active on our Wechat platforms. So on this platform, that we're open to share job information. And then if you are encountering any personal issues or issues linked with the things you are working on, and then there may be some experts that are hidden in the group that should be able to help. And also that we have our LinkedIn platform, which we're going to posting all the major events for the years to come. And lastly, that for the events that we have recorded, we're going to do some editing and then post them on YouTube, so that for your friends that they miss the event, they can go to the YouTube channel to look at it again. So please be aware of those channels and look out for the CanUK platforms. So I wish you have a pleasant year to come. Thank you.